100,000 flights a day. More than ever. 2014 is first year we see more than 100,000 flights a day. Let's dig into the numbers a little. The passenger airline industry is dominated by three alliances: Star Alliance, Oneworld, and SkyTeam. Adding their average daily operations should give a good clue of daily air departures. Star Alliance, 18,043 flights per day. Oneworld, 14,011 flights per day. SkyTeam, 15,723 flights per day. Accumulated total, 47,777 flights per day. But there are a lot of other passenger airlines and cargo transport happening too. More than twice the number of the three big alliances, in fact. Air Transport Action Group, ATAG, released Aviation Benefits Beyond Borders, a detailed report on the aviation industry, in April 2014. The report shows that there are 37.4 million flights scheduled in 2014. That is up 2.7% from 2013. And it means an average of 102,465 flights per day. The number of daily flights has never before passed 100,000. In 2013 we saw only 99,726 flights per day. 102,465 flights sound like a lot, but keep in mind that there are 49,871 routes being served globally. Some are served many times a day, others only once every 2 weeks or even just a few times a year. There is no sign of a decline in passenger or flight numbers either. Flying in developing markets like China, India, the Middle East and Africa is growing fast. People are making more money and seem willing to spend it on travel. I don't blame them. The number of passengers is estimated to fall a little from 3.1 billion in 2013 to just under 3 billion in 2014, despite the increase in flights. Competition is becoming more fierce, and airlines are struggling to fill their flights. 79.4% of seats were occupied on the world's airliners in April 2014, according to IATA. The comparable figures for trains, buses, and cars are 40%, 6% and 30%. The airline industry spends $210 billion on 273 billion liters of fuel every year. That's just 77 cents per liter. Do take into account that there are 1,397 commercial airlines out there, owning a total of 25,332 aircraft. Published by Gunnar Garfors KL. Monday, June 2, 2014. This is not coinciding all the government planes, Air Force planes, National Guard planes and all other planes around the world that are being used for various reasons. Chemtrails are real and they are dangerous, yet so many people still deny their existence. Well, if a former Air Force veteran, chemicals, and bioenvironmental engineering whistleblower or other researchers aren't convincing enough, then perhaps a neurologist will help people wake up to the fact that millions of tons of cancer-causing and brain-debilitating nanoparticles are being dumped from the air by our government. There are still people arguing about whether contrails are chemtrails, and the evidence is incredibly right before our eyes. Michigan can see the pictures others have captured if you don't see them with your own ocular lenses. Now, Russell L. Blaylock, MD, called a hack and a self-promoting sycophant by his detractors, is warning us about what thousands of other average citizens have been for years. He says that the tons of nanosized aluminum compounds being sprayed on us via chemtrails are infinitely more reactive and induce intense inflammation in a number of tissues. Of special concern is the effect of these nanoparticles on the brain and spinal cord, as a growing list of neurodegenerative diseases, including Alzheimer's dementia, Parkinson's disease, and Lou Gehrig's disease, ALS, are strongly related to exposure to environmental aluminum. The concerned neurosurgeon is only commenting on one known toxin, too. There are others, like barium and strontium, and a practically endless cocktail of carcinogenic constituents that can possibly cull the global population. Also speaking out against chemtrails is Dr. Edward Group, who explains how chemicals sprayed from chemtrails can turn on certain issues such as shingles within your body, under certain circumstances. Aluminum exposure from chemtrails is helping to lead to aluminum-induced cognitive disorders among the population, as Dr. Blaylock suggests. Aluminum can even affect unborn babies, not just the elderly, since it crosses into the placenta via the blood. Another toxin being found in chemtrails is strontium-90. It isn't any better. Neither is barium. The impact of these compounds upon human health is unmistakable. So why is this happening? There are all kinds of theories, but gaining traction with the overt actions of Monsanto monopolies, an utter disregard for nature by multiple corporate entities, the ever-present warmongering that leaves us with tragedies like Fukushima, as well as a general disregard for human life run rampant. Some are saying these chemtrails are to kill off most of the population. After all, we are waking up as a worldwide citizenry. But no matter the reason, two things are for sure: chemtrails are real, and chemtrails are dangerous. Published by Christina Sarek. My opinion is that the American people are paying every year for emission tests that is for a big lie. The government as well as the airplane industry do not have to emission test their planes with their chemtrails, and they are trying to make us citizens believe emission testing is for 1% of pollution, of which they, the government, are blaming on the ordinary citizen for causing. Haven't we had enough? By Jay Snow.